Hello everybody, I'm Bob Cam, one of the instructors at Aviate Prep, and I am here today with
Ariel Tweto.
Awesome. Today we're going to get Ariel back up to speed. She's been 8 years, correct?
Yeah, just about 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been sitting in the left seat.
White knuckle in the airplane, I hope? Yeah, pretty scary. But today we're going to do some maneuvers and kind of work through the process of getting her back up to speed flying the airplane so that she'll be able to do a flight review. So the first thing we're doing is we're going to turn around and go that direction. So let's go to the right, and we'll do a 180 back that way. So go ahead and spin the plane to the right.
Lift your wing.
Go to the right,
and then look for traffic.
You got it. We'll keep going all the way around. We'll start heading that direction.
Climbing.
I know. Well, we're doing great. We're sitting here at 2,500 feet, and we're just doing a clearing turn. So we'll go all the way around to the back and do a clearing turn to set up for the maneuver. Today we're going to do a steep turn, which is one of my favorites. It's the ones I get out of practice the most, so I always enjoy doing those. And what we'll do is we'll complete the 180-degree turn, and we'll pick an object out about 180-degree turns, which is that lake right out there, that part of the elbow.
Really blue lake?
That's correct. That'll be our heading.
Okay.
I do an acronym called CHAPS. Every instructor does a little differently, but CHAPS is the maneuver. You'll see it in different methods, but the first thing I'll do is clearing turn. That's our C.
Okay.
The next is H, and that's the heading that I want to start and stop the maneuver on. Okay. A is altitude. We're here at 2,500 feet. The minimum altitude for a steep turn is 1,500 feet. So the high maneuver is 1,500 feet. It's the lowest you can go. That's the hard deck for this operation.
Okay.
And in this case, we're at 2,500 feet, plenty of altitude. The next thing is we want to make sure that the plane in CHAPS is correct. So the first thing I do down here is I go, my fuel tank is on bulb, my mixture is full rich, my landing light is on, my carb heat is off, and I look to make sure my primer is in a lock down here, which it is. You can give it a tug, which we did before. So we're all set, the plane is ready to go, and the last thing I want to do is safe place to land. So if I ever have a problem during a maneuver, I want to make sure that I can land someplace safely. So I'm going to give a look-see down here, and there's a farm right below me. And that's probably the safest place I can find to land. Okay. So we'll do that if we ever have a problem, if we're not directly over an airport or anything like that, okay?
Would you want to find somewhere like directly below, or do you want to find like a gliding?
If I'm doing a maneuver, typically I'm going to be in that area anyways. Okay. And so I want to look around. I don't want to sit there and go way out there, that's my safe place to land. Okay. You know? For example, being in Florida, we're along the shoreline all the time, and I said we got a 4,000-mile long runway. So the beach is a great place for a safe place to land. I just want to make sure it's free of obstructions, someplace I can put into, okay? So that's CHAPS. That's the beginning of my maneuver, and I do that before every maneuver. Okay. So now we're going to do steep turn. Steep turn is a 45-degree turn to the left, followed immediately by a 45-degree turn to the right, okay? So we're going to go, and what will happen is you see the tick marks on your attitude indicator, tell you it's 10, 20, 30, and then 45 is right hidden behind there.
120-ish?
Yeah, where the 120 is, it's hiding behind that one, but you'll see that. And the trick is to stay at 2,500 feet while we're doing this. The plane is going to want to climb initially on this left-hand turn, then it's going to want to dive. And your trick is to get in that bank and then kind of hold the nose up and don't lose any altitude. And we'll see how we go. And then we'll watch the lake, or we'll pick another object right here. Let's just go right at there. And as you come around, you'll see that object. We'll stop, and then we'll do a turn to the right. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, whenever you're ready.
So check.
Yep. Here we go. And we'll go 45, so there's 20. Keep going a little bit more. There's 30, right where that caret is where you want, just before you get to that caret is how far you want to go. And see, now you're starting, the nose is going to go down, look out the window, so pick the nose up a little bit and keep rolling a little bit more roll. There you go. Keep going a little bit more. Look good. Some people add a little bit of power just for love. Make it help. So there you go, keep the nose up. You're still at 30. So you want to go all the way to 45. Keep coming around. Don't let the nose drop. Looks much better. And you can add a little bit of rudder to get the ball centered. That's perfect. There's your nose dropping again. So you look out the window and you have the horizon coming through the dash will give you an indication whether or not your nose is coming around. And now we're looking for that as we come around our last thing. We're looking for our target out the window, which is that big green patch. Now roll out and go right into the other one. Now there you go. That was bad. Get the right rudder in so that we can get that thing kicked around. There you go, nice job. And then we're going to do the same thing again. And don't climb, a little bit more right rudder. There you go. And 45 degrees. Yeah, you're better. This is much better. A little bit more rudder. Get the thing swings around. Looks great. And you're at 30 degrees, so you can get a little bit more bank. There you go. And now we keep coming around again. You're not losing a foot of altitude, which is fantastic. You're coordinated, which is also a big deal. Here we're coming around again. As we're swinging around, we're looking for our target out on the distance. And here is 45 degrees, and there you go. Boom. What do you think?
Felt good.
Yeah.
I felt,
and that's the first steep turn you've done in 8 years?
yeah.
That was actually really nice. So you had between 30 and 45 degrees, and then during your check ride, you get plus or minus 5 degrees. So
Okay.
you've already done a check ride. Now we're just getting you brushed up to speed. But that's a steep turn. Pretty straightforward. There's a couple different tricks. Every instructor is going to give you a little bit of their little love and affection when it comes to those things. Some people add a little bit of power. Some people use trim.
Okay.
Some people just muscle through. It's really dependent on your instructor and what you feel comfortable doing. The most important thing is you stay within the ACS standards so you can pass your check ride.
Cool. I liked when you added a little bit of power. That's
right. A little trick there to kind of help with that around the corner. So
I used to do our steep turns around moose. Like we would find a moose.
You would find
moose, that's a turn around the point.
Well, there's no moose in Florida.
Yeah, I know. You find a gator.
Gator's a little hard to find.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoy the steep turn, and I look forward to seeing you guys on another maneuver.
Hey guys, it's Ariel Tweto from Flying Wild, Alaska, and I've teamed up with Aviate Prep to help the next generation of pilots get in the air. If you're dreaming about becoming a pilot, it all starts with passing your FAA written test. Aviate Prep makes it simple, online, and taught by real instructors with over 50,000 flight hours. Let's do this. Check them out at www.aviateprep.com.